Ooh, look at that. Look at that. RJ. Either he likes me or he's just really hungry today. Well, what's up guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I'm back over at the Mill Creek property. You guys saw I brought the skid steer over here yesterday and dropped it all off, and then I brought the Kubota Sidekick back today. I told you guys the other day I'm gonna leave it here so we can use it for work and stuff, and haul wood and haul tools and whatever we need to do. It's hard having two properties separated by about 15 miles, and when you don't have tools in both places, it's hard to get any work done. But the first thing we're going to do is go around and check all the game cameras, see what kind of action we've had over the last week or so. It's probably been close to a week since I've checked the game cameras actually. And then we're going to fire up the skid steer. I brought the Precision Manufacturing mini clip. We're going to trim up a bunch of cedar trees. Maybe not trim them up. We're going to clip them off at the ground and get rid of them because cedar trees are terrible. I hate them. They're no good for anything around here. But anyways, yeah, so let's get started. So I do have a little bit of a concern with the pond. The water level has dropped considerably, but it is a brand new pond, and I'm sure it takes a little while to get everything settled in and holding water. Plus, we haven't had much rain. It was supposed to rain yesterday, and as you can tell, the ground is bone dry. Got about 5 minutes worth of rain. But back before when the pond was frozen over, I showed you guys that we had water leaking into the pipe. Well, now the water has receded down so that it's not even making it to our overflow pipe. So I put a stick in the mud. You know, we've all got those friends, right? The old stick in the mud. Anyways, I'm going to use that as a marker to kind of see how much the water level changes over the next week or two. It's just kind of stuck there. But I don't know. I don't want to start putting fish and structure and all that stuff into our pond until we know that we can even hold water, first off. And we've never actually got it all the way full. It hasn't rained enough yet to completely fill up. But in other news, you guys saw I came over a few weeks ago and threw out all the wheat seed, and it is starting to grow. We could have gotten better germination had I come out and actually covered the seed up, and we were planting it in late December. So I didn't have the highest of expectations, but it is growing. Had we not gotten that super crazy wild cold spell and got down into single-digit temperatures, it would have done better. But as you can see, it's growing and the deer are already starting to eat it. So no complaints. There's only so much you can expect when you're trying to plant seeds to grow, you know, in late December. So as you can see, a lot of different wildlife coming into the pond. When you build a pond, I mean, that's part of it. Like, you want to build a water source for animals, and you know, the deer and things come up and drink out of it. But it's kind of interesting because when we were, you think about it like this, when we were below freezing for almost a week, that pond was frozen over, and you could see the deer coming down trying to get a drink. Well, there's no water available for them. We take care of our livestock as best we can and water them 2, 3, 4 times a day sometimes when it's that cold. But it seems like God does a pretty good job of taking care of the wildlife. When the pond's frozen over, what do they drink? I don't know. Anyways, lots of deer coming in all over the place, all around the pond, which is cool to see. No bucks, not a single buck. Kind of interesting. There's 2 or 3 bucks that were living on this property every day. We're here consistently all the time. They've disappeared. Coyotes, lots of coyotes coming in. Well, I say that's probably the couple of the same coyotes coming in, since the cameras are all in such a small area around here. It's probably just the same 2 or 3, but we did get one video clip of a coyote that had caught, it caught him a midnight snack, look like. And I'll say this, the cellular game cameras, I think those coyotes are able to see that infrared flash. It's not like a bright flash, it's infrared, but I know when I walk up on one of those cameras at night, you can kind of see a red glow, and those coyotes are pretty leery of that. It probably looks like another predator's eyes to them, if I had to guess. But coyotes are here. Lots of raccoons. Gosh, there's raccoons everywhere. And crows, golly, the crows the crows are eating all that wheat seed off the pond dam. I know that's what they're doing. So had we have covered that up, it probably would have got better germination and a lot less of it gotten eaten by the crows. So Mr. Beaver, the guy that we're out here trying to find, trying to run some surveillance on, I guess you'd say, likes to come across the pond dam and go for a swim and go find him some food over on the other side of the pond, usually 9:30, 10:30 at night, and you can see him waddle across, and then he'll come waddling back with a limb in his mouth. I don't know, lots of cool stuff on camera. I love running these trail cameras just to see what all kinds of wildlife are on the property. I mean, I know for the most part you're going to get raccoons, coyotes, bobcats, birds, beaver, deer, but it's still fun to watch them. And I don't know, Houston's been on me wanting to do some trapping. I'm a little torn on that because running a trap line is a big dedication, because you got to be able to come over here and run those traps, check the trap line every day just about. Because you don't want to leave an animal sitting there in a trap for 2 days. That's just not right. But anyways, we're going to fire up the New Holland skid steer. Like I said earlier, it's got the Precision Manufacturing tree clip, the mini clip on the front of it. It's an awesome tool. We're going to be out here, knock down a bunch of cedar trees, maybe widen up some trails a little bit. I really don't know where all we're going to work, what all we're going to do. I do know this. I'll probably take down a bunch of cedar trees and just kind of pile them in different places, because I don't have a grapple right now for this skid steer, and I'm working on getting a grapple for this thing. The one for my tractor is probably just not big enough to put on here. I don't want to tear it up, but I can only really move one cedar tree at a time with this. So I may just cut them, stack them, and come back and move them later when I do get a grapple for this thing. We've got several brush piles that need to be burned at some point, but I just don't feel safe burning brush piles right now. It's too windy and too dry. So eventually we'll get onto that and get those brush piles burned up. But anyways, let's get to work. Man, I'll tell you what, the more I use this mini clip, the more I like it. Now, I will say, I'm probably overusing it. It is meant to be a tree trimmer, but you can obviously clip trees off at the ground like I've been doing. Probably not designed for the heavy use that I was just doing with it. They make a bigger, stronger unit that's probably more suited for that. Realistically, this thing's made to trim limbs up high, obviously. It's the mini clip tree shear. And there are other tools that I could use to do what I'm doing there at ground level. But I'm not gonna lie, I've put that thing through some abuse today. There's no doubt. Kind of like, well, I don't know if you can tell, but kind of like my wireless microphone here that's not working. Filming yourself with a skid steer is a challenge, and my wireless microphone camera, whole camera, everything fell over. Wireless microphone base got broke. But anyways, I'm not gonna say I've been abusing this today, but I have been putting it to the test. Now, Bill, the guy that builds these things from Precision Manufacturing, did tell me this was built for a tractor. It can handle the workload of a skid steer, but it was more tractor built. So you could overwork it with this skid steer. There's no doubt. There's just so much more power. But being able to go in at ground level and just clip those cedar trees off and then pick them up and move them is unreal. It is awesome. I love it. You guys, I've showed you this thing several times. Precision Manufacturing sells these on the website called agfolks.com. I'll leave a link in the description box if you're interested in checking this out or anything else that Precision Manufacturing sells. One of the things that they make and sell is the tree puller that Dusty has, and he got it at the same time I got this tree shear. I may have to go borrow that tree puller and just see what it's like pulling these cedar trees out of the ground versus leaving all their stumps on the ground. I'm not too concerned about the stumps. Everywhere I've been, I mean, we're not going to be plowing or tilling or anything like that, and they are cut off at ground level. But there's a place where you would want to pull those things out of the ground and not have to worry about hitting them in the future. So I don't know. And I'm telling you, the more I run this New Holland skid steer, the more I like it. This thing is a beast. Man, I love it. This is what I love to do. Get out here, work on this machinery, and do this kind of stuff is so much fun. I will say it's a challenge filming, yourself working with a skid steer, because you got to get in and out so many times and move everything around. And the one thing about New Holland is that door opens out instead of sliding up like the Kubota SVL skid steers. Makes it a little bit more difficult to film yourself, but it's doable. But that really doesn't affect most people. Most people aren't filming their self-work. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap things up and get out of here and go to the house and take care of the animals. Well, made it home just in time to do the evening chores. It's gonna be a busy evening. Houston's got wrestling practice this evening and a lot going on. Funny story. I know. Well, first off, Earl, did you get a haircut today, buddy? You look a little slimmer. Did you get a haircut today? So I told you guys I broke the adapter for my wireless microphones today. So I have the DJI wireless microphone, and I've recorded a lot of stuff on my cell phone, so it has an adapter to plug into the bottom of your cell phone. Went out and shot today's video, did all the pond stuff, the camera stuff, came back and realized I hadn't turned on the wireless microphone. So I was a little upset. Turned it on, the meter was reading everything good. Went back, reshot all that, and came back and checked it, and for whatever reason, the little adapter wasn't quite plugged in all the way. Even though it showed it was recording, it wasn't picking up the audio. It wasn't recording it to the phone. So I was a little upset. Had to go back and redo that part for the third time. And then while I had the skid steer working, everybody's hungry. While I had the skid steer working, getting in and out and all that, I knocked my camera over, my tripod that my phone and that wireless adapter was on, just went by hand, not with the machine. And it fell over and broke the adapter. So Today's video was not meant to be good on the audio side, Earl. So we're gonna make do with what we have. And it would have been easy to scrap all this video and just throw it away and do something else tomorrow. But that's just not how we roll, is it, Earl? So I'm gonna go ahead and feed everybody this evening. They're all whining and complaining. I watered this morning and made sure everybody had plenty of hay. So we're gonna feed and let you guys see the animals for a few minutes before we go do the rest of our stuff. Hey, Earl. Mom showed a video the other day of you in the house whining, howling for me. What was up with that, buddy? What was up with that? You're supposed to be Mom's dog. You know that? You were supposed to be Mom's dog. Hey, you two. You can't be doing that. That's against the law. That is illegal. You can't be fighting. Can't do that here. Nope. Y'all go somewhere else and fight. I'm not going to jail for you to do. Hey! 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 Earl, we're gonna have to do something about this, buddy. They've been fighting all day long. I know you're getting up there in years and you've always been the big man on the totem pole. I think your time's behind you. So you've only got one spur left, and the other one is not sharp at all. Buddy, I don't think you're gonna be winning any fights. You two have been fighting since I left the house this morning at like 8 o'clock. You know that? He's gonna put a whooping on you, and it's not good. You're gonna have to just mind your own business. Leave some of his girls alone. Maybe go find you a duck or something to harass. But if you don't leave that big white rooster alone, you're probably not going to last long, buddy. You're over the hill, past your prime. Your glory days are behind you. Do you understand? Hello? Earl, leave him alone. Listen, buddy, you go back in there and he's gonna get you. He's right there. Okay, back to what I was doing. You girls look hungry today. You girls are always hungry. No matter what, huh? Well, the chickens are headed to roost, and I guess some of the baby goats are too. Where's all the rest of them at? Hey, Bear. What's up, buddy? Did you have a good day today? There's a few of them. There's a couple more there. What's up, old man? And Jer? Mom calls you a Jer Bear, don't she? Steve, what's your thoughts on these roosters fighting? Man, that stuff's not legal. Cockfighting is illegal in Oklahoma. I can't let them get me thrown in jail like that. They're gonna have to straighten up, buddy. Huh? Okay. You're not supposed to be eating that. That's Steve's. Hey, that's for Steve. You're too smart for your own good. You know that? Hey. Copper, can you tell her to quit? Good job, Copper. Good job. You got food everywhere, little girl. Hey, hey, hey. Stop that. Nah. Go eat somewhere else. Ha! Take that. Yo, bro. You're not picking a fight. Not picking a fight up there, are you? Hmm? The other rooster finally decided to keep his distance. He's still in here with the goats. The old man rooster. This old rooster right here was, gosh, he's probably 5 years old or more. And he's been the dominant rooster around here for a long time, but I guess the tides are turning on him. Age is catching up with him. Looks like he was losing the battle today. Hey, there's Ralph at the gate, as usual. Ralph and Phoebe. And like I said the other day, alpacas are hanging out closer. Pepper's back there, though. She didn't come up close today, did she? Hey, Bear. You want out for a little while? Come up to the house and eat some dog food. Or just go play with Earl. That's cool, too. That's one question I get asked a lot is, where do we feed Bear and what does he eat? Because he's always with the goats. Well, Bear eats dog food on the porch with Bella. And the reason is, if I put dog food in the goat pen, the chickens, ducks, and goats will eat it all, and Bear can get out anytime he wants, really. He comes up to the gate like that, but he can get over this fence. And he's always up at the house during the day, in the evenings, and at night. Comes up there to get a bite to eat and get some loving. Y'all hungry? Hmm? Are you hungry? Waiting on me? Ralph, what you complaining about? The donkey feast is on. Ain't that right, Fallon? Reba, you gonna let me get close today? RJ came up and said hello to the camera a while ago, didn't you, RJ? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. RJ. Either he likes me or he's just really hungry today. Which one is it? I'm going to say he's just tolerating me. That's what I'm going to say. But that's a win, RJ. That's a win, buddy. You going to come over and say hi? Hmm? Are you unsure about my boot? Yeah? I'm unsure why you have a leaf hanging out of your mouth. Well, guys, I'll call that a success. A successful day. Not everything went as planned, but that's all right. I did talk to, and this is totally separate, but I talked to Bill, the owner of Precision Manufacturing, and they changed up our coupon code for that mini clip and anything on Ag Folks' website. It used to be Arms Family 5. It's just been changed to Arms Family. But look at that guy. Hey, I'll take it. That's a success. Great day, great evening. Somewhat of a sunset behind me, but it's kind of hard to see the sunset down here in the timber. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.